I always think it's a good idea to have a way of organizing your thoughts and ideas before you begin an assignment. It's going to help your assignment in terms of structure and direction, and just in making sure that you meet each of the assessment criteria. Well, I've devised something I've called a student notepad to try and help you do this. And I'll show you how to get your student notepad. We go here, click on this button here, and that takes us to the dashboard for 5RST. And down here, the notepad icon. And when that opens up, you'll see a download button, and that's what you need to click. And that will open something called the 5RST student notepad. Now, word of warning, this is a master copy, and so please don't type anything into it or amend it, because that would make a permanent change to it. Let me just say a bit about the notepad. All I've tried to do really is organize the 5RST content, learning outcomes and assessment criteria into blocks under which you can take your own notes or make key points as you discuss them in class, or if you're doing blended learning online. So at the beginning here, just some reminders about the word count and how it should be distributed. And then at the beginning, question 1, and showing the assessment criteria that covers, followed by learning outcome 1 and the first assessment criterion. So I've grouped this all together in one place for you to begin to think about this assessment criterion 1.1 on labour market trends. Underneath, there's a text box, and this is where I want you to make notes, but not, as I've said before, on the master copy. So let me show you how you can get your own copy of this notepad, and then how you can use it to build your ideas over the different learning outcomes of 5RST or 5CHR. So what you need to do, I'll just come back to the top, what you need to do is go here and click on File, then you make a copy, and you can see here that we've got a name of the document, so I'm going to change that now to J's 5RST Student Notepad, and I'm clicking OK. And quite slowly that will come back with a new title. There we are, and it's now called J's 5RST Student Notepad. Obviously, if your name's not J, call it something else. So here we are, and that is now a new document. It's mine. I'm now going to take this away, because it's no longer a master copy, it's my copy. And as I said before, I can now start making my notes here. And you can either do this online, having this open on your device during the class, with tutor permission, of course, or you could even print it out and make notes with a pen in the conventional way. In order to do that, if you are going to print it out, make sure you just expand these text boxes a bit so that you have space to write. They will expand automatically if you're completing this in real time online. So there we are. And if we go down, you can see the pattern. There's the learning outcome, the assessment criterion, and then at the top of each text box, I've put a tip. So I'm saying here that this one, this assessment criterion, probably isn't as big as some of the other ones in terms of word count. So you could write your answer to this one possibly in less than the average number of words divided over the questions. And so it goes on with a little tip for each of the assessment criteria. Several jobs this notepad does. It makes sure that you have an aid memoir to go back to when you begin the assignment. It helps you organize your materials in the correct way, giving your assignment structure according to the questions and the learning outcomes. And hopefully it's a way of helping you just focus your thoughts before you begin to write your assignments. So there we are. As I say, if you're going to print it, you'll probably need to expand the text boxes to give yourself more space. If you're going to have it open during the session, then there's no need to do that. Okay, well, I hope that was helpful, and I hope you find the notepad helpful in completing your assignments.